YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy G, back at it again at a different location. Hope everybody's doing well out there. I make these videos because one day I went to my bank and I wasn't able to withdraw all my money that I wanted to withdraw. They gave me a cap at $1,000. And I know that might sound like first world problems because some people might not even have $1,000 in savings. I get it, but at that point in my life, I was in a car wreck and I needed $3,700 to fix my car, get all the repairs. And, I earned that money. I had enough money in my bank account to withdraw that much. And they said no. So I don't think that's fair. I don't think that makes sense. I don't think they should have the authority, banks should have the authority to do that. And so that's why I make these videos. Hence Bitcoin. And I would recommend you look into it and do some of your own due diligence of how to get your money out of a bank. But that's a personal journey, personal finance. So it's up to you. All I can do is tell you my story. Now, next Tuesday, there's a I don't know if you guys ever been to a Bitcoin conference, but there was something that was announced called STRK Bitcoin. I have a link in the description about it because they're going live next Tuesday, which is interesting, or well, not really interesting, but it kind of lines up with my YouTube videos because I upload every Tuesday at 6, as some of you know. I don't know who's out there, but I'm gonna try to go live. I don't know if I have enough subscribers. I don't think I do. And I don't know if I have enough watch time to go live on YouTube's platform. I think I can use StreamYard. I don't know. I'll look it up. I'll look it up to see. But next Tuesday, it's either gonna be a live with me on the STRK website or no video at all, because I want to make a kind of like a response video or a review of STRK Bitcoin. I don't remember the name of the company, but I'm pretty sure it's something similar. All you have to do is Google STRK Bitcoin, STARK, not SPARK, STRK with a T as in Tom. So you can just look them up. It's nice. It's an easy Google search, simple Google search, and they're coming out with something pretty cool, I think, which is interesting. Something that kind of adds on to kind of what we already have. So let me just break it down a little bit, and I'll let you guys get out of here. So the thing with Bitcoin is, as you know, I gotta stop assuming that you guys know, but Bitcoin is not the best cryptocurrency for privacy. It's pseudonymous. It's not anonymous. Okay? That's one misconception about Bitcoin that a lot of people don't know, is that it's not anonymous, it's pseudonymous. So a company, like a centralized exchange, government, they can connect your identity through the centralized exchanges with something called Know Your Customer, KYC, where you have to upload your ID, you have to scan your face, you have to upload your social or your birth certificate. And whatever you do on that platform, let's call it Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini, whatever exchange that you choose, and it's not, a decentralized exchange where you connect your identity with your bank account, your debit card, whatever you use to create a transaction, whatever you do, they can connect you through they can connect you on that platform through your transactions. Okay, so whatever you do, let's say you buy Bitcoin, whatever asset you believe in, and you send it somewhere, they can track that to the secondary point, whether it be a wallet, whether it be to somebody else. They can track it, that they know it came from you, because that wallet address came from this specific account with your name on it, your address, your phone number, because you did the KYC. It's a regulation that is in place for people that, for businesses and corporations that have to answer to the federal regulations of this bullshit ass America or wherever you're located. All right. The feds want to know who you are. It is what it is, right? So, in that, people started to get smart. I want to say back in 2015, as early as 2015, I think it was maybe as early as 2014, there's something called coin joins and mixers and pay joins. You might want to look that up. I don't know who out there have Bitcoin or Ethereum, whatever you got, crypto. I don't care at this point. I care more about your privacy than what than your asset that you choose to buy. I like it's not. I'm not gonna sit up here and argue about what you buy. What you buy is what you buy. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, judge you or make you feel bad or say it's wrong. Okay. But I care about you and I care about your privacy. So if you have these assets, these KYC assets, something that's connected to your identity, there's something called pay join, coin join, or coin mixer. It's almost the same thing. It's just a different process. Real quick, coin joins are just a pool of people. They come together through a intermediary or through a mediator or whatever. They have groups of people come together, thousands of people. And what you do is you send the mediator your asset, your coin, and the mediator mixes it and sends you back the same amount but somebody else's coins. All right? So that way you break that connection from where it came from, because now you have somebody else's coin, but you have the same amount of coins. It's just pieces of everyone else's coins. Okay? So look that up if you need that. If you're already using a decentralized exchange, you don't have to, because you don't have any ties to your identity with decentralized exchanges. They don't ask you for your passport. They don't ask you for your ID. They don't ask you for as long as you're not scanning your face, everything is fine. You're good. As long as you're not scanning your face. Because you can, essentially, I don't want to give it away, but I mean, ain't nobody stupid, okay? Essentially, you can have a burner email, so your email don't have to be real. You can have a burner address. Your address don't have to be real. You don't have to put your real address there. And your phone number could be bullshit. You don't have to give your real phone number. So you got those three things with the decentralized exchange. They don't know who you are. They don't know 100% who you are. No. Because you're not scanning your face. You're not putting the face to the name. And even if you did, you could, even in that, there's Photoshop. So, hey, neither here nor there. Just putting it out there. All right. So that was started, and I want to say 2014. Don't quote me. I mean, I want to say 2014, 2015. The earliest that when people started saying, hey, we don't like having our identity tied to our transactions. You know what I'm saying? And so in order to negate that, in order to avoid that, that's what we got. Coin joins, pay joins, coin mixers. All right. So with that, there's also the Liquid network. If you don't know what that is, you can also break the cycle or break the connection through that side chain. So Liquid is a side chain of Bitcoin where you can send them Bitcoin, you send it to Liquid, you convert it into Liquid Bitcoin, and all your transactions are private. Nobody knows what you're doing. All right. Not even the moderators, not even the people that that run the Liquid network. I believe it was created by Blockstream, if I'm not mistaken. And that's another way. That's a second layer that I feel like you need to do both in order to 100%. Like, there's no way in hell, without a reasonable doubt, that you can break the connection between your identity and your transactions and whatever asset you have. All right, because once you send it to them, once you convert the Bitcoin into Liquid, what you send from there out is private. It's private. So you can send it right back to your wallet, your main wallet. And if you go to your transaction and where it came from, when you go back, it says private. Everything. The amount, the asset, you don't even know if you know what I'm saying? If you sent Bitcoin, Ethereum, you don't even know what was sent. You could send Fartcoin, Solana, you know what I'm saying, Doge. You could have sent whatever, but whatever came to your wallet came to your wallet. But wherever it came from, you can't see. You can't see. It says private. Everything. The hash rate, the fee, everything is private. Okay? And I would suggest that you start using Liquid if you're out there and you need to break your KYC assets. All right? So, all that to say, now we have STRK Bitcoin that was introduced at the Bitcoin conference in 2026 in Las Vegas. I just wanted to put the year out there just in case you were watching this in the future. And so this time, STRK Bitcoin has a way where you don't have to be flagged, or you don't have to be labeled as a criminal. Because, okay, so I don't know if this is a caveat, but when you break the connection of your assets, of your Bitcoin or whatever you're using from a centralized exchange, they say, this guy, he thinks he's smarter than us, or this person, he broke our heuristics. It's called heuristics. 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 Okay? Once they see that, they flag your account. Now, I mean, disclaimer, I've been doing this and my account hasn't been flagged yet. So I really think that should be illegal. Like, what do you need to track my transactions for? What do you need why do you need to see what I'm doing with my money? You know what I'm saying? It's just so disrespectful, you know, and doesn't make sense. But so I guess they keep tabs on you to see what you do once you break the heuristics of their program, but not program, but of their system. So my thing is, to me, in my opinion, that's only if you're doing bullshit. Like if you're you know what I'm saying, participating in money laundering, or if you're participating in all this illegal activity, sex trafficking, drug trafficking, human trafficking. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a part of those groups, then okay, of course you're gonna get flagged, and of course you should be on the lookout, or of course you should look over your shoulder. But we are regular people like me and you. We're not into that. So our accounts shouldn't be pursued or treated as such. Like we're criminals, guilty until proven innocent. Like that, you know what I'm saying? That's not right. That's not right. I should be able to transact privately. You know what I mean? Our natural right. It's a naturally right. Like, you don't walk around the fucking, hey, talk to a state official or you know what I'm saying, a country. They feel the right that they are entitled to who is living in which houses or whatever. It's called the consensus, right? Or the census. Like, why do you need to know how many people live in this house? Why do you need to know how many people live on this block? Why do you need to know how many people, like, where they work at, or why you didn't know how much money they make in this area. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just all like a game. It's all just a bullshit ass game. But anyway, so Stark makes it possible that you can send the centralized agent or whatever company that asks you about your Bitcoin or about your Ethereum, whatever asset you have, the about the transaction without, it's called zero knowledge. Let me just reset real quick. It's called zero knowledge proofs. Okay, so without revealing your identity, without revealing the transaction or the, I want to say the specifics of how much or whatever, they have a mechanism where you can send the federal government, whatever agency that's asking for it, a zero proof that you have this asset. I mean, I don't, that's the thing. Like, I see the use case. I get why that's needed, because they're you know what I'm saying, like right now I want to say like they're not bigger than us, they just have more power that we give them. That's just the trade-off. You know what I'm saying? We all banded together and said fuck you, they wouldn't be able to do shit. But since they have our accounts, since they have our information, since they have everything they need to what is it? Convict us, I guess. Not convict, but exploit us in a way. This company made it a way where, hey, I have this asset. Here is how I have it, with zero proof knowledge. So you don't need to verify my identity. You don't need to verify all the recommended or all the regulated, you know, was it qualifications or whatever it is. I have it right here. Here's zero knowledge proof. You can't see it, but here's proof that I do have it with zero knowledge. Does that make sense? So I think it's, I don't, the thing is, I don't like it, but there's nothing I can do about it. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing we can do about it until we try to get them out of power. Until they get out of, like, until we find a way to get them out of power. We can't. There's no way around it. You know what I'm saying? It sucks. It sucks. But what else can you do? But like I said, you can do it the first way, and you know what I'm saying, break all that connectivity, break all those trails, break all the tracking that they have on you. Do it the first way. CoinJoin, Liquid Network. Now, if you want to do it, I guess, the legal way, but it's not illegal. It's just not. It's just frowned upon to them. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to outsmart the system. You're not supposed to you know what I'm saying, have a way out. That's the only thing. So with Stark Bitcoin, I just want to see what it does, see how long it can last. I do get it. I'm not gonna say I like it. I get it. Somebody felt the need to make a whole business around it, and a whole, you know, make code around it and create it for our purposes. So I gotta support it. I gotta support it. You know, for those people who maybe you're scared, you know what I'm saying, maybe you don't want to be a part of the radicals, they call us, or you don't want to be rebellious, or you don't want to have something pop up on you or surprise you in the future or whatever. And you don't want to have any problems, or you don't want to have to worry about whether you can spend your Bitcoin in the future because you broke the connectivity of it. Okay, fine. It ain't, anarchy is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Anarchy ain't for everybody. So I understand. And so yeah, there you have it, man. If you guys are available, they'll be unveiling it next week, Tuesday, at 1 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, 1:30 Pacific. I want to say that's 4:30 Eastern, wherever you're at. Come watch the stream. Watch the stream, man. I'm gonna try to live stream it. Like I said, I don't think I have enough subscribers. I don't think I have enough subscribers. I'll look it up. I'll see what I can do. But again, next week probably won't be a video if I can't live stream it, because I'm gonna sit through it. I'm gonna go through all the explanations that they have, all the presentations that they have. It's at 1:30, so I won't make a video. I'll make a response video, a review video after that though. And so the following week on the 19th will be my review of the STRK Bitcoin network, and to see if it's actually, I'm not gonna say it's not actually, it's useful, it is, but if it's actual, like, a good thing, I want to say, for Bitcoin in the long run. I guess. I mean, just thinking about it from right now, it's like I said, if you're scared, if you don't want no problems, you could just do the STRK thing. Even though I'm not so sure why you would do that when so wait, I mean, real quick before I let y'all go, why would you need zero proof knowledge to submit to the Fed or the government, or to prove to the government that you are using a system outside of their system, when you could just use a centralized, you can just use the system that they already have in place? Like, let me make sure I'm thinking about this right. So you buy Bitcoin on a centralized exchange with your identity, face scan, ID, birth certificate, social security number. Then you send it to STRK. You convert it to STRK Bitcoin to make it private. And then you want to buy a house, and you tell the bank who owns the house, hey, I want to pay it in Bitcoin or whatever you have, Ethereum. And they say, okay, show me what you have. Like, what's your asset that you want to pay? How did you get this Bitcoin? And you say, oh, I bought it from Coinbase, or I bought it from Gemini, or I bought it from Kraken. They're just going to be like, okay, send it through STRK? No. They'll be like, okay, send it to our wallet. And once they see that it came from STRK, they're going to be like, why can't I see what happened after Coinbase? And then you say, oh, it's STRK Bitcoin, and here's my proof. The proof is right here. Because STRK, according to them, you have like a code, or you have a label, or a certain distinction from the transaction that you can prove that you own that asset, and you can send it to the regulated entity, the regulated, bank, so that it qualifies or it passes the regulations of the bank. But my thing is, my question is, why do you need to do that with STRK if your centralized exchange already passes the regulations of the bank? Like, they already have your information. Why would they accept the STRK Bitcoin? Why not just accept it from Coinbase or Kraken or Gemini or Binance? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it wrong, but now I'm literally thinking, like, what's the point of STRK if they already have your information? And they don't, like, what if they don't want to accept STRK? Like, hey, yeah, here's zero proof that I have this. Okay, no, I don't want zero proof. I want 100% proof that you own this and that you didn't get it from a criminal, or you didn't get it from, or you didn't steal it, or you didn't, you know what I'm saying, you didn't get it from a scam or whatever. Like, why would they accept the STRK Bitcoin? Yeah, next Tuesday is gonna be interesting. I hope I see y'all over there. Like I said, it's not a big thing right now. Pretty sure, like, maybe only Bitcoiners know about it, because obviously we keep up with the Joneses about the Bitcoin industry and what's happening. But I do expect a good turnout. I'm just saying, like, for regular people that don't even know Bitcoin, to expect them to turn up, I don't see how that's gonna work. But I guess we're the leaders now. It's up to us now. Bitcoiners are leading the forefront of the next civilization of how human nature will transpire. Or not human nature. I guess human nature when it comes to the behavior of money. We're at the forefront of that. And so, yep, that's what's gonna happen. That's what it is. So, all right, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go again. Maybe I'm not thinking of this the right way, but I don't see why the banks would accept STRK Bitcoin when they can just accept your Bitcoin that came from Coinbase. Like, that's a whole nother layer, or a whole different kind of regulation, or a whole different kind of specs, or not speculations, but yeah, speculations, but also like variables and laws and permissions that have to be created when it comes to zero proof knowledge, because that's a whole different ballgame. That's a whole different kind of code that nobody talks about. That like, who, like, regulators and governments, first of all, they hate it. Second of all, they barely know what it is. Now we're doing zero proof stuff that we expect them to just accept an asset that we found a way not to connect to our identity. Not we found a way to have an asset, to own an asset that's not connected to our identity, and they accept it. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to make sure I'm thinking about this the right way, but like, for me, last thing I'm gonna say, I know I'm rambling, but with my Bitcoin or whatever, and like I said, I've done it before, but I'm not trying to buy a house with Bitcoin. Like, for what? In my opinion, the only thing that you need to do is spend your Bitcoin, not sell it. Like, spend it at the grocery store, getting some gas, you know what I'm saying? At, donations, or, Goodwill, a tire shop, like everyday things that you need, the coffee shop. Like, that is what you should do that. That's what we should be doing. We should be treating Bitcoin as cash, not as like a big ass like lump sum, or how do I say it? Not as like a I mean, I guess you could say, yeah, but that is cash, and you can buy cash with, you can buy a house with cash. But when was the last time you heard of somebody buying a house with cash? You see what I'm saying? Like, they either write a check or they do a wire transfer. They don't literally say, "Hey, I have $500,000 in cash in this briefcase. Can I give it to you?" They're gonna be like, "No, write us a check." You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying, like, I'm not gonna give you 0.5 Bitcoin or 5 Bitcoin for my house. I would rather spend my Bitcoin, I'd rather convert it to cash and then give it to you. Because like if you have it, yes, I get it. But my point is, I'm saying on a smaller scale, not the large price, not the big price thing, not the asset that costs millions of dollars. Is what I'm saying. Like a house. You know what I'm saying? Like $1 million a house, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna, Bitcoin's like 80 grand right now. I'm not gonna give you 13 Bitcoin for a house. What I'd rather do is, I'd rather spend that Bitcoin on something else. What am I saying? Hold on. Okay. What I'm saying is, I guess for me personally, I'm not, what I'm saying is, for me personally, I'm not saying that people out there have, or that it's not doable, or that you shouldn't do it. What I'm saying for me personally, okay, perfect example. I don't have 13 Bitcoin, right? But if I did, I wouldn't want to give 13 Bitcoin for my house, because I wouldn't have any more left. I wouldn't have Bitcoin. I wouldn't have any more. You know what I'm saying? That's all my stack. That's everything I have. I don't want to do that. You see what I'm saying? So there's things out there where you can borrow against your Bitcoin, right? So I'd rather give you the cash. I'd rather borrow the $1 million from my 13 Bitcoin and then send it. Thank you. That's what I meant to say. And then send it wire or check. I'd rather send the cash to you than the Bitcoin, right? But that's me personally, because what I want to do with my Bitcoin is spend it on Burger King, McDonald's, coffee, my four new tires that I need, my hair. I want to give my hairstylist a couple 0.0001 Bitcoin to do my hair. I want to buy clothes with my Bitcoin. I want to go to, Burberry, Versace, Louis Vuitton, and you know what I'm saying, Gucci. I don't wear none of that stuff, by the way. I feel like that's a waste of money, but I'm just giving you an example. Target, Walmart. I want to buy my clothes with it. I want to buy, you know what I'm saying? I want to go to appliance stores, Best Buy, and where do you get fridges and stuff, and TVs and stuff? Like I said, Walmart. Like, I want to go there and spend my Bitcoin. I don't want to sell my Bitcoin. That doesn't make any sense to me. That's not right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to go to Nike and Foot Locker and buy my shoes with Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Like this bed and stuff like that. I want to buy everyday things with Bitcoin. I don't want to sell it to a bank. Or I guess that would be like giving it or transferring it to a bank. But I'm just saying, I don't want to sell it. That, to me, that's selling. To me, I don't know why. Even though I'm not selling, I'm not converting it, I'm not getting the money, physically. But if I'm giving my Bitcoin away for a house, for a car, that's selling it to me. That's just selling it to me. You're just not getting the money. It's like, kind of like, the way I see it, the way from my perspective, it's selling to me because I'm not getting that Bitcoin back. You see what I'm saying? So if I borrow against it, yes, hell yes, give you the cash whatever. Get this filth away from me. I don't want to own cash. That's the last thing I want to own is cash. The last thing I want to own. You know what I'm saying? All these millionaires and billionaires try to, you know what I'm saying, flash their bags and stuff. All that shit is going down the drain. Literally, we're 40 trillion dollars in debt, and you want to flex that you have billions of dollars in cash? Okay, Warren Buffett. Okay, we get it. Yeah, you've been here 100 years doing your thing. Cool, do your thing. But you're only the 1% of people that can do that. Like, come on, bro. And still, every day, every second of the day, your dollar is going down and down. The amount of money that you need is going up and up for your expenses. But you're a billionaire, so you don't care. Okay, we get it. But everybody ain't a billionaire. So, and then one day, your billions are not going to be billions anymore. It's going to be millions. And then one day, your millions ain't going to be millions anymore. It's going to be thousands. So, come on, bro. So, anyway. I didn't mean to go to rant and ramble, but y'all know how I do. That's about it. I hope y'all can make it. Didn't want to make this video too long. I really wanted this video to be like 10 minutes. Just trying to talk about the STRK Bitcoin network, but I guess I just wanted to be thorough and explain to you guys and give you the truth or give you a reason to try to understand it and see my perspective. So that's about it, guys. Maybe if you see this soon enough, you're able to catch it next Tuesday. If not, I'll just see you in the next video the following Tuesday on the 19th, y'all. So, all right. Appreciate y'all for listening. Think that's about it. Y'all look into it. I know I will, to see what the point. Maybe I got something wrong, or maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm missing something. So I'll definitely let y'all know on the next video. So, all right, y'all. I'll see y'all next time.